Welcome to Art Book Nook. My name is Kay and I share and review my collection of art and craft books. Today we're going to look at 101 Watercolor Secrets by Anna Bucciarelli. So whether you're a novice or seasoned artist, 101 Watercolor Secrets promises to be an indispensable resource that offers practical guidance, artistic inspiration and a wealth of knowledge to elevate your craft. This book has 253 pages, with lovely print and excellent paper quality. The book is thoughtfully divided into 10 main sections, which makes it really easy to navigate, especially when you're looking for something specific. You can dip in and out, find exactly what you need, and return to it whenever necessary. The sections include Decoding Pigment Labels, Exploring Colour Families, Building Your Signature Palette, Tools That Matter, Essential Techniques, Favourite Subjects, Dealing with Challenges and Common Frustrations, Composition Secrets, Anna's Favourite Tips and Tricks, and Unveiling Your Potential with Strategies for Growth in Watercolour Painting. I've decided to review this book as a video series, otherwise this book review will take well over an hour and I'm sure no one has the stamina for that. So I'll release a new chapter every day until we reach the end of this incredible book by Anna Bucciarelli. So let's begin today with Chapter 1, Decoding Pigment Labels. In the introduction, Anna shares that this book is the result of over a decade of exploration. Shaped by the most common challenges and stumbling blocks Anna encountered along her own watercolour journey. She's clear that this isn't a step-by-step project book, but instead, by sharing her extensive knowledge, tips and techniques, she offers strategies to help you grow and refine your own skills as a watercolour artist. On the left-hand page, we see one of Anna's paintings, a lovely example of her signature style. Have you ever looked at a paint tube and wondered what all those little symbols and codes actually mean? Anna explains how understanding those labels can actually help you choose colours that work better together, which makes building your own colour palette a lot easier. We start with pigment codes. Every pigment has a unique code. It always begins with the letter P for pigment, followed by a letter for the colour family like Y for yellow or R for red, and then a number, for example PY129. So when you're shopping for paint, manufacturers often give their colours lovely poetic names, things like lunar blue or moon glow. But how are you supposed to know what's actually in the tube just from the name? That's where pigment codes really help. On the right-hand page, you'll see two swatches of green gold paint from different brands. One is made with a single pigment, PY129, and the other is a mix of three pigments, PY150, PY3 and PG36. Take a moment to notice the difference between them. Same name, but the colour and behaviour can be quite different. These kinds of pigment combinations, all mixed into a single tube, are really just convenience mixes, but there's nothing stopping you from creating your own. Buying a pre-mixed version does mean the colour will be consistent every time, which is handy, but when you mix your own, you can tweak the pigment ratios and shift the colour temperature, for example. And just a quick note, at the bottom of some pages in the book, you'll see a mention of a video. These direct you to the publisher's website, but all of those videos are available on Anna's own YouTube channel, which I've linked to in the description below. Granulating pigments are often marked with the letter G. If you don't see that on the label, it usually means the paint is non-granulating. So what's the difference? Well, granulating pigments have slightly larger, heavier particles. As they settle into the texture of the paper, they create a beautiful grainy effect. It's a bit unpredictable, but quite magical. They're very good for things like stone walls, where you want the natural texture to come through. Non-granulating pigments, on the other hand, give you smooth, even washes, and they're perfect for when you're painting delicate transitions, like soft flower petals. One of my personal favourites is Haze Blue by Schmincke. The transparency rating tells you how much light can pass through a layer of pigment, and it ranges from completely opaque to fully transparent. It's shown using 4 different symbols, and once you get to know them, they'll really help you predict how a colour will behave on the page. Transparent pigments are brilliant for glazing. That's where you build up colour in layers. Each layer adds depth, creating a luminous glowing effect. Opaque pigments, on the other hand, are great for bold, flat areas of colour. They're dense, they block out the light, and they can even help cover up small mistakes or changes you want to make. In the description below, I've linked to 2 other book reviews. The first is all about transparent watercolours, and the second is how you can use opaque paints. And under bonus links, I've linked to the American Transparent Watercolour Society, an organisation promoting art using only pure transparent watercolour. I think it'd be an interesting exercise to paint 2 identical scenes, one using transparent pigments and the other opaque pigments only, and then compare the 2. When we talk about lightfastness, we're really talking about how well a pigment holds up over time, how long it will keep its vibrancy without fading or breaking down. Pigments are usually rated as excellent, good or poor. Those with a poor rating are often called fugitive because, well, they tend to fade and deteriorate over time. On the right-hand page, Anna shows this with a painting of a peony. One version is painted with lightfast quinacridone magenta and the other with fugitive opera pink. If you're creating artwork to sell, it's important to choose pigments with an excellent lightfastness rating. The staining property tells us how much a pigment sinks into the paper, or how easy it is to lift off once it's dry. Pigments are usually rated as non-staining, semi-staining or staining. Non-staining colours can be lifted pretty easily with a damp brush or tissue, while staining ones tend to leave a lasting bold mark on the page. On the right-hand page, you'll see a pair of cloud studies. The one on the left was painted with low-staining cobalt blue, PB28, and the one on the right with staining phthalo blue red shade, PB156. Take a close look at the cobalt blue study. You can really see how the paint has been lifted in places to create those soft wispy cloud effects. And this concludes Chapter 1, Decoding Pigment Labels. I hope you found my review of the first chapter in Anna's huge book helpful. The next video in this series is Chapter 2, Exploring Colour Families. Meanwhile, you can find out more about Anna Bucciarelli and her art via the links in the description below, and you'll also find links as to where you can buy your own copy of this incredible book. I hope you found this review helpful. If you did, please give the video a like. It really helps YouTube share it with others who enjoy art books too. I post a new art book review every week, so if you'd like to see more, do consider subscribing. I truly appreciate it. If you found the review helpful, please feel free to leave a comment below. I reply to everyone. And if there's an art book you'd like me to feature, just let me know. I'll do my best to review it for you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy painting.